What's up, fam? This is Chief X, the God Best reincarnated. I cracked the riddle. I figured out the seventh wonder of the world regarding Umar Johnson and how he acquired, keyword, acquired that property. He thinks he's slick, he fucked up, and he's in a heap of financial trouble, and I'm going to explain why. I told you I used to do real estate. Now, a lady mentioned something on a post I made on YouTube. She said, because I was at the end of the video, I was wondering how did he get his name on a damn deed and there was no sale or purchase, which means if somebody purchased something, that means they qualified for a loan and they have a mortgage. He says he don't have a mortgage. So I'm stuck, right? As a former realtor and loan officer, I'm like, what the fuck? This motherfucker? I'm like, because this is impossible. So check this out. A lady on the post on my YouTube page, she said, that sounds like a carryback loan. And it hit me right there. I said, how in the hell, as a former loan officer, did I forget about carryback financing? This is just a little basic definition, but we about to break it on down, and I'm going to tell you how he's in a heap of trouble, and I told you. X wasn't wrong when I made that video about he getting that property for $10. My video was on point. I said on that video, Umar did not purchase a place, which he didn't. He acquired it. He didn't qualify for a loan and buy a building himself. Someone had to do some paperwork with him, some slick paperwork with him, and he got his name on the deed. I was thinking he had a side deal, and maybe they added him as an addition, and maybe 30 days later, we'll see the full deed or some extra paperwork that came back. But this, I believe, what he did. I'm not 100%, but by golly gee wow, I think I'm on point. This is a basic definition. A seller carryback financing is basically when a seller acts as the bank or lender and carries a second mortgage on the property, which the buyer pays down each month, along with the first mortgage. Okay, there's two payments. Let's go check this out. Now I just Googled that because I remember what it meant. Right? But let's just go to the legal thing because you know how people is. Let's just go to a real source, good source. So you can really understand what Umar did and what a carryback loan is. This is what I believe he did. I say believe because I can't say for a fact. But if I was to bet my paycheck, I would damn sure do it. Listen. Seller carryback law and legal definition. This is what he did. I'm telling you, I would bet anything. Seller carryback refers, excuse, let me just get my mind together. Seller carryback refers a home financing method in which the seller of the property carries a second trust deed. Second keyword, deed. Meaning there's two deeds. We only seen the one that, I don't know what leaked or did he show to prove, like he's on the deed. We only seen one deed. Okay? Follow along with me. Okay? Okay, so let me let me prep this. K-12 owned the property before Umar. K-12 also owned the property while Moyer Academy was there. They ran the curriculum at Moyer Academy. K-12 Management Inc. has horrible reviews on YouTube. Not YouTube, I'm sorry. If you Google their reviews, they're horrible. They're not transparent. And you'll see some reviews where everybody's talking like they're slick men. Because they're hustling off that building and making money off that building. When you own property, you can hustle. You can charge all kind of shit to credit checks and shit, and then not fuck with the... You know, sometimes when people own property, you can make money just owning property from potential buyers, just doing bullshit games. But I ain't gonna get into all that. But listen, let me just read it. Let's go, so that people can understand. Seller carryback refers to a home financing method in which the seller of the property carries a second trust deed in the note against the property. Meaning the people who own it have a lot of fucking money. They can finance you themselves. K-12 got a lot of money. They can finance that themselves and do their own fucking paperwork in a sense. Okay, let's keep going. It is a transaction in which the seller of real property defers collection from the buyer of some portion or all of the price of the real estate. All of the price of the property. So it's a transaction in which the seller of the real estate property, meaning it's not going to be like listed, so it's not, for sale like that. It seems like, let me just get through this. It's a transaction in which the seller of real property defers collection from the buyer of some portion or all of the price of the real property and takes promissory notes. Like I promise, promissory note. He makes a promise and a deal with them and takes a promissory note from the buyer for the amount due, secured by a mortgage or deed of trust on the real property. It is typically used when the buyer can't afford the down payment or is unable to obtain another loan. Let's read it again. It is typically used when the buyer can't afford the down payment or is unable to obtain another loan. One advantage may be that the seller will usually go at or... I'm holding this camera and reading through the camera, so excuse me. Maybe I should, because I can't hold it. Okay. One advantage, okay. Below the market interest rate and no closing costs are involved. It benefits the seller. Who does it benefit? The seller, by producing an income that is usually higher than the rate banks offer. A hustle. It benefits the seller by producing an income. He's going to have to be shooting them some money that is usually higher than the rate banks offer. I'm telling you, he got himself in a heap of financial trouble and leading the fuck out the black community. Let's go here so I can close this case. 1 second. One second, y'all. You really need to see this. Trust me. Okay, wait, I'm tripping. Here it goes. Mortgage 101. Follow me. 3 reasons to avoid carryback loans. I got Dr. Umar Johnson figured out front and back. People trying to figure, I told you, bro. This dude is a fraud. 3 reasons to avoid carryback loans. Let's read them. Carryback loans are a unique financing tool used to purchase property. They are very commonly used in commercial real estate. Hello. If I ain't 99% right, I don't know what it is. Look, carryback loans are a unique financing tool used to purchase property. Sometimes I'm sorry. I'm looking through this camera. You gotta excuse me. Maybe I should just hold it down. Let me just do this and I'll just read it. Okay. Are unique financing tools used to purchase property. They are very commonly used in commercial real estate. Sometimes, though, carryback loans should be avoided. Here are the reasons why. Ulterior motives of them sellers hustling. That's the ulterior motive. If someone is offering you seller financing, there's usually a reason behind it. Most of the time, the seller that offers financing is selling a property that no one wants. If the property you are looking at is being offered as part of a carryback loan, you need to ask yourself why it would be offered this way. Take a good look at the property and make sure nothing is wrong. Be certain you want to live there before you decide to purchase. They said be careful on these carryback loans because it's a motive behind it, basically. And it's a property that nobody wants because it's overpriced. Let's read. It's overpriced. That's why. Many times they have to offer seller financing because the property is overpriced. Just because the property is being offered at a seller financing package. I'm sorry. Let me just pull this camera back and read it regularly and not read through the camera. Many times they have to offer seller financing because the property is overpriced. Just because the property is being offered as part of a seller financing package does not mean that you should take it. Buy a property based on the value of the property itself, not the financing attached to it. He's desperate. He's trying to prove something to y'all. And he's getting himself deeper and deeper. And he's going to take lie after lie. Default, number 3 reason. If the seller still has their name on the loan. See? They're going to default on his ass and fuck everything up. If the seller still has their name on the loan, you have to rely on them to a certain extent. If you are making your payment to them, K-12 management, the real owners of the property, who has a second deed on his ass. If you are making your payment to them each month and they don't pay the bank, you might lose your asset. So say he got school and session processes going on in K-12 management. After he pays, basically, it's like he's paying rent. If he pays them that rent every month, right? And they just pocket it and do whatever they want with it and don't pay the real loan, the bank, then you might lose your asset and they foreclose on that shit. They done hustled you all out of all kind of monthly payments. Higher payments than it's supposed to be, possibly. 3 reasons to avoid carryback loans. Umar got y'all snowed. Umar got him a carryback loan. He sweet-talked his way to them people, but it wasn't hard to sweet-talk your way to them people. You know why? Because them people at K-12 management are scammers. They have horrible reviews. Go read them. This is the riddle cracked by Chief X. I do my research. I put it all together. I'm trying to warn people and people thinking somebody wrong. No. This nigga got a seller carryback loan. That's the legal definition. I broke it all down to you. He's in a heap of trouble. Heap of financial trouble. Because guess what? If I was to guess just from the wisdom and been observing this situation, I would guess that he possibly has about $90,000 of all these donations he's been getting for 7 years, I believe, 6 or 7 years. People say 4 and 5, but actually it's a few years longer. But I forgot my damn point. Put the weed down, huh? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so he's in a heap of financial trouble, right? So, I know what I was saying. He has about $90,000 of them. This is what just an estimate I'm thinking. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just guessing. The rest is held up and locked up by PayPal and GoFundMe. Now, me knowing PayPal usually refunds people. So he might have filtered that out through the process. As you know, sometimes I used to move a lot of money through PayPal and all that kind of stuff too. And, you know, so I always go to the ATM every day and get as much out as I can and put it somewhere else. Couch money, get it out. Every day I gotta go to the ATM and pull it out, in case they shut it down or some shit happens. They just good for that. So I know about this shit. So I think he's got something, but he lives off it. So now he's in a situation where he has to really raise some more funds and try to pull off a miracle. But he can't. It's impossible. Now, by getting his name, that's why he used the term acquired. He didn't say I bought a school. This is why he also says the term, I don't have a mortgage. He doesn't. He got a few months to start getting some money and start getting them scam artists at K-12 Management Inc., who's really an online school service, but they do other hustles. I've read about K-12. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. You got to do some deep research on K-12 Management Inc. You're going to be like, what? Horrible reviews. Umar got a seller carryback loan. He's in deep trouble. Even if just a 1 out of a million chance it popped off and the school opened, it's going to close very, very soon. So the reason why he wasn't able to, what they say, obtain another loan, is because he can't. He doesn't have credit. He has liens in his name. He owes 2 child support cases. He can't close escrow on shit. He doesn't have no credit, no business credit. The nonprofit's all upside down. These men hustled Omar, and they seen him coming. I'm out.